This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, I have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
and
Kelly.
I have my co-host,
Hi.
Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hi, Barbara.
Now, today, what we're going to do is we have a medium on who's been on before named Joseph Dairo. Are you there, Joseph?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Hi,
All right.
Joseph.
Now,
Hello.
you know the people that we're going to be having on tonight better than I do, Barbara. Why don't you kind of explain a little bit about what we're doing? I'll explain it to some people if you can, but because I think that these are people that you want to introduce because you know a little bit better than I do. Okay?
Well, I would love to introduce everybody, but first I just want to let the listeners know what we're doing today. There was a very, very special person that was our makeup artist at Playboy, and her name is Alexis Vogel. And she passed away last April. I never had any notice. I didn't know anything was wrong. So it's pretty much to everybody a very big shock and a huge loss. This woman, she was so amazing. I mean, besides being one of the best makeup artists in the world, who made us beautiful for all of our Playboy covers and our centerfold layouts and other shoots out of Playboy, I mean, she became our really, really close friend, too. She was so cool. She just got everything. She just was like one of those exceptional people on this planet Earth. And we so much miss her. So what we did is we got a group of Playboy playmates and Playboy models to come on the show today and share a little bit about what Alexis meant to us in a little story. And also we have Joseph Dairo, which Johnny introduced, and he is a fabulous, amazing psychic medium, and he's going to help us connect with Alexis today, which will be very special. So right now we have waiting in the wings Sandra Taylor, who was one of the first models I ever met about 28 years ago. We were shooting our Star Maker posters, and then we did a Bud Light commercial together. We became fast friends. I love this wonderful girl. I love this woman. She's an entrepreneur. She's successful, beautiful. She never stops. She's going. And she's going to go first. So welcome, Sandy.
Thank you so much, sweetheart, for that beautiful introduction. And I feel exactly the same about you.
Yes. So what did you want to share with us today? I know you and I really both became very close with Alexis as friends. And you especially, I don't know anybody else that has shot more with her. You know, you really, really had a special bond and a connection and a friendship with her. So what would you like to share with us today?
Well, you know, I first met Alexis. I was visiting Anna Nicole Smith on the set of Naked Gun, and I hadn't known her, and I saw her, and she was like, oh my God, who are you? And I was like, hi, I'm Sandy. And she goes, what are you? And I said, I'm a model. And she goes, would you ever do Playboy? And I was like, well, I think so. And she goes, we're looking for, I think, the 45th anniversary. And she said, you absolutely have to do it. You have to win. And you know how she got when she was excited about something. She was so emphatic.
Oh, yeah.
And very persuasive. And next thing, the very next day, I was in Playboy meeting up with Marilyn Grabowski, and like 2 days later, shooting on a set with Arnie Freitag with a 45-year-old wife. Yeah, so that was my first meeting with Alexis was that way. And, yeah, we became very fast friends, started using, not only for Playboy but for other side jobs, as we get different things, and we're able to recommend her makeup artists because truly no one made you feel like Alexis made you feel.
Right.
It was really.
Oh, I mean, you'd be in there in her makeup chair, and you just felt like sometimes I would look forward to those discussions more than I was thinking about my whole day shooting. I mean, I just loved her so much. And she would say, she'd pick me up at the Playboy Mansion to come and shoot my centerfold for that whole week. And don't forget the cookies, Barbara. I got your back because they're going to get mad at you on the set if you forget the cookies. And then, and just like we would laugh our heads off. And you did that, I'm sure, with her, too.
Oh, well, she would always say, don't forget the champagne. She covered her bases. Champagne. She was smart.
Oh, did she make you look so beautiful? Like you would come home, I would come home from the shoot and just look at my face and just try to take pictures of it to try to be able to do that myself later. Never could, but it was just almost like magic.
Yeah, I literally would sleep on my bed for 2 days straight to try and not touch it and make it last.
Yeah. And it was amazing, and just the friendship. And, she would always tell me, Barbara, I feel so bad because I work with the Playboy Playmates shooting, right when they're just starting, or like in your case, the celebrity covers. And she goes, I get so close with these girls, and then they're gone, poof, and they don't stay in touch. And I always remembered that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay in touch. And we did. And for years, we'd meet at the Hamburger Hamlet, and I think I had my first martini with her.
This is so cute.
And it was just wonderful. And then even years later, like 25 years later, she would always be at my birthday party. And we have that special picture you're in, that picture that I posted a few days ago. You're in it on Facebook, and that was that was like 10 years ago. And then she was at the last one. And you know what? I have this special message from her, and a few days before she died, which I will save forever and, keep that conversation. So basically the moral of this story, too, is not just that look at what we had, but look at what you have right now, everyone. These friendships that you have, you don't know when they're going to be taken away. You don't know. So cherish your moments. And I know you do that, Sandy, don't you?
I do. I absolutely do. I was just watching the show Ellen, and this poor 29-year-old firefighter has ALS. I mean, it really makes you say, wow, you have to enjoy each day and really be grateful and thankful and, just live minute by minute.
Right. And you, of all people, are the best at getting back. Within 24 hours, you do. That's just Sandy for you.
Don't say anything yet, but I'll put you on.
Okay. What was that, Johnny? I know Cindy Geyer tried to call me, but I gave her the phone number to call you for the show. Did you get a phone call from a Cindy Geyer? What is her phone number? Let me look. I'm sorry about this interruption.
Cindy Geyer is here.
Oh, Cindy's here.
I'm right here. I'm here with you.
I'm
Hello,
sorry,
Cindy.
Barbara. I didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, I had to screen calls, and I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. It's no problem. But I wanted to just, before we move on to Sandy, are you able to hold on for a minute? Maybe we could listen to Cindy's short story, and then we could go to Joseph and try to connect before you have to go. Do you have time for that, Sandy?
I do. No, it's Bob picking up. I won't interrupt.
I didn't get that. You do have time for that?
Yeah, I said I'll stay up, and if I have to go, I'll hang up.
Okay. So now we have Cindy Geyer, Playboy Playmate, and we're so happy to welcome you to the show.
Oh.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Barbara. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your wonderful show today. And
You're welcome.
Great. So,
and you're over there in New York. You're in New York right now.
I'm in New York City, and I have a beautiful restaurant here at 286 Columbus Avenue, 73rd in Columbus. It's called Geyer's. It's a really fun restaurant bar, open late, super fun.
Hold
Anybody
on.
who's in New
Your
York.
restaurant?
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
I'm
Geyer,
the owner.
And it's called Geyer's.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Everyone come. All the girls are treated like royalty. You guys come. You're all my guests. It's so fun.
Sandy, do you know Cindy Geyer?
Oh,
Sandy,
just yesterday.
I know your name. I know your name, but
Yeah.
Because Sandy's from New York.
oh, really, Sandy? Well, definitely come see me when you're in the city.
I will. I go all the time. My daughter lives there.
Please, and get my number from Barbara.
Okay. Wow. Yes.
See,
Sandy,
this could be like a little reunion because of Alexis. Yeah.
Yes. Everything always brings people together in odd ways sometimes. But Sandy was born and raised there, goes there all the time. Her daughter's in college, so hey, I want to be included in that dinner.
Come on,
at Geyer's.
I have places for you guys to stay too. I have 2 apartments, so don't worry. There's always places for you girls to stay. All right?
Oh, well, that's a nice thing to hear when you go to New York City, right, Sandy? Wow. Okay, let's hear your memory or story, and then we're going to go to Joseph.
Yeah.
He's going to get the feeling with Alexis, the energy, and maybe we could connect before Sandy has to go.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I'm here at an 80th birthday party of one of my mother's girlfriends, and it kind of ended up at the same time as our radio show. I'd love to be on air for a long time with you girls, but I'll talk a little bit. I want to tell my story. I was in March '99. I did a celebrity pictorial because I've been on the cover of all these romance novels, and I was an actress and all that other stuff. So I met Alexis, when I was doing my Playboy pictorial. The first time I met her, we were in Santa Barbara, and unfortunately, the first day that I met her, I fell off a horse, butt naked in Poison Oak.
Oh no!
So,
were you on the Playboy shoot?
It was. Yeah. I was being Lady Godiva because we were going to do all these different themes. Stephen Wada was shooting it. So anyway, I got back on the horse and I did a few more hours of shooting, and because I know when you fall into Poison Oak, you're going to break out the next day, and then if you fall, you're going to hurt your neck. So I told them to grab a bottle of wine. I kept shooting for the next 7 hours or so, till really late at night, 3 in the morning. Went to bed. And I woke up And I'll never forget going in for Alexis to do my makeup in the morning. We were at the San Ysidro Ranch. She looks at me and she screams, I was head to toe with poison oak. She goes, not even my amazing makeup could fix all this. So we wrapped up.
Oh, that was probably biggest challenge she ever did have.
Yeah, so she said, no. So unfortunately, the whole thing was like wrapped, and we became really good friends. Like even that day, like we just became good friends because we knew that we could just hang out and all that too. And her and Steven were always bickering too, always bickering. But I had the best time with her. So yeah. So then we got it together.
Story.
Yeah. So then they built a castle for me in Playboy West. I had my own castle, and Alexis was my other queen. We were both queens, and we were treated like royalty. It was wonderful, and we just had a ball. And I just remember rolling into makeup with her and just laughing our asses off. She just had so much, so many things, and her makeup. Oh my God, her makeup! Like she was the best, the world's best.
Yeah,
totally. And and then I had such a good time working.
The castle thing. Playboy used to do things like that for you. Like they built me a whole soda fountain shop. We built you a castle. I mean, the times are changing, you know. But when we were
lucky
shooting for
to do
Playboy,
it when we did. I feel like I was kind of the end of an era. This was '99. It was the end of an era. You know, I feel like when 2000 hit, it was just another world. Like almost like after 9/11, it was another world.
Yeah,
it really was totally different. So then I actually ended up going back and actually I did a show called Mr. Romance on the Oxygen Network, and I produced it and I was on the show, and I hired Alexis to do my makeup for that. So I got to work with her again in 2005. But I have amazing memories working with her. But I feel sad to say I don't even know how she what happened. I don't even know what happened.
Well, I heard a little bit, but Sandy was super close to her. Sandy, can you tell us what happened?
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
You mean how she
Yeah, what happened?
Well, she had overcome.
Wait, there's a lot of noise. Can you put it on mute real quick, Cindy? Because the restaurant noise is in the background, and then you can still listen, but just real quick, put it on mute, and then we'll hear what happened, and then we'll go to Joseph. Okay, thank you. Sandy, could you tell us real quick, not a lot of details, but just I didn't know, was she sick? I didn't know, and all of a sudden I got a phone call from a friend that said cancer.
And after she overcame cancer, she didn't want many people to know, and she didn't want many people to come visit her because she lost her hair. And, you know, her hair was everything to her. You know, she had this big, beautiful, red, thick, gorgeous hair. When she lost it was very, very hard on her psyche. And she didn't want anyone to know or see her. And then, you know, when she was coming out of recovery, she finally let people know, you know, hey, I beat cancer, and you know, when she knew she was going to be okay. And then funny enough, just when she thought she had beat cancer, she died of an upper respiratory in her sleep. Thank God, in her sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then her
That is
mom
so sad.
did not want to do a memorial or anything and had her cremated the very next day and brought her back to Las Vegas and did not, I don't think she realized the legacy that Alexis left here in Los Angeles and how many people really would have loved to have honored her and shown up and done a memorial for her. I don't think her mom really grasped that effect
Probably
she had
not.
on.
Probably not. And you know
Yeah.
what? Like I was saying before we went on the air, it's not too late. And you and I, we could produce something. We could really, and now with Cindy, she has a restaurant. We could really do something very good that she deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Agree.
so I hear Johnny saying something. What's going on, Johnny?
Yeah. Apparently, we have, let's see, someone that's calling in. Okay, let me see here. It's Miss Sands might be calling in.
Okay.
Let me go see here. She's,
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
here she is.
Okay. Do you want to patch her through? But you know what? I want to. Hi, Shawna.
Yeah.
Are you there? Hi. Shawna Sand is
Hi.
here.
Hi,
Sandy
Barbara.
Taylor and Cindy Geyer are on the line as well. Cindy, you can take it off mute now. Come back.
Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, sweetheart.
Okay, so can you be with us for a minute while we have Joseph Dairo, who is our premier psychic medium.
No, I think Cindy Geyer got
connect.
disconnected.
Oh, Johnny, could you please get him back? But in the meantime, while you try to get him back, let's hear Shawna's story about Alexis.
No. Her
Oh.
disconnected. Cindy Geyer disconnected.
Okay, well, while you try to get her back, why don't we listen to Shawna's
I'll go.
story?
All right, I'll call her in. I'll call Cindy Geyer. Sorry. Joseph is here, right, Joseph? Sorry.
Yes, I'm still
gonna
here.
call Cindy right now.
Yes. Okay, he's waiting patiently. Okay, Shawna, do you want to hear what Joseph has to say? Maybe he has a connection, and then tell your story. That would be cool because Sandy, she has to go, and I want her to hear. I want you, Sandy, and Cindy to be able to, and me, myself, to. I want to talk to Alexis. Don't you?
Absolutely, yes. So let's do that
Okay,
first,
let's
and I
do
can
it.
tell my story later.
Perfect.
Okay.
Joseph?
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I wanted to specifically address Sandy because as you were talking, one, I just really kept seeing in my mind like this red dress. So there's like a red dress connection you have to Alexis, and because it just keeps repeating in my mind, like I have to bring it up. So, like in a tribute to her. So because I keep feeling like, in gratitude and thanks for the tribute, because I also just hear, when I do this, I feel like I hear like 1,000 voices in my mind, and I'm just like, all right, pick one, Joe.
Wow.
So,
Sandy, does that
so
make any sense? A red dress? Sandy? Is Sandy there?
Let me see
don't tell
here.
me.
we lost Sandy?
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call Sandy back.
But try to call her back. But you know what? Let's just get the reading, and then she can always come back and
I'm
tell
sorry.
us
It's gonna
what
be
she-
recorded. This is recorded, so
Right, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Joseph, what else? What else?
I think this is all still in relation to Sandy. I mean, if it makes sense to any of you other ladies, that's wonderful too. But I also just keep feeling from your friend, you see, everyone seemed to have done their own little tribute, and maybe like either in their own minds or just. I also keep seeing glasses raised to her, so it wasn't. So it's like not that there was no memorial, I think, as she said, but the spirit just keeps saying, nope, there was something. There was something. There was, I keep seeing glasses raised. So to me, like, it's that they're your own personal tribute.
Okay, would it be safe to say that
but-
she is saying to us
We got
that no,
Sandy
she
back.
doesn't feel like we forgot. Okay, good. She doesn't feel like we have forgotten her,
No.
does she?
No, not at all.
Okay, so Sandy, Does a red dress make sense? Joseph Dairo has seen a red dress with you personally, you and Alexis, with some red dress keeps coming into his mind with you.
Oh. Gosh. No, I'm not a big red girl.
No, she's very pink. She wears pink all the time. Couture, by the way.
Yeah. But red, I mean.
If anything, though, Sandy, like Spirit keeps also saying that that you wear your tributes. So it's like if you've worn something like and thinking of Alexis just to validate. That's like you'll put something on in reference to her and you'll just wear that all day.
Oh no, but that's so sweet.
It might make sense a little later. It happens a lot.
Maybe she wants you to.
That would be interesting.
So Joseph, tell us a little bit about how this works with what you do, because you're a medium, which means that I find it strange, the verbiage that you all use, talk to dead people, because I feel like that's disrespectful to say it like that, but that's how it is said. And I would say, the person who has passed. But this is what you do. Is this correct?
Yes, it is. I would say I talk to spirit. If you can say, I like to tell my clients I try to channel your loved ones who have passed. And just connect. And when I talk to spirit, I like them to give me as many examples as I possibly can. I want to just validate them for you, or something going on with them, something that's going on with my clients. So that's when I try to I guess presenting evidence. It's just that's what I try to do with the validations. You got to give me something specific, guys.
Well, you know what? We're going to give you a lot more to work with right now, because I want to hear Shawna's little story. Are you ready, Shawna?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I met Alexis. She, did my layout and my centerfold, but I did a test before that. And I just remember going in huge caterpillar eyebrows, and now they're very, in style. But back then, in 1995, I sat in makeup chair for 4 hours, and I've never been in so much pain in my life as she plucked all my eyebrows off and gave me this shape that I basically have now, which I still love, but I definitely owe my eyebrows to Alexis, and and she was just incredible. She just with makeup, she made everybody look absolutely gorgeous. And later on, after my Playboy layout for all of my photo shoots, she covered the birth of all my kids. I did photos for Love Magazine, Hello Magazine, for the christening of my kids, for In Style Magazine, and I always used Alexis. So she, before I had my kids, and she knew me when then she got to see the birth of all of my children. And
wow.
I saw her not too long ago at Cheris's house. She's a Playmate as well.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. When you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself, talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
And she actually called me on New Year's and wanted to do my makeup on Instagram ideas that she had, and I was interested. And then she passed away not that long after that. So.
Wow. She really touched us all in so many special ways and deeply, because your birth of all your children, and then she was there for that. I mean, I'm getting chills right now with that. This is the first time on the show with, when you get chills, you know what they say, that you're seeing an angel, or if an angel's there. Is that correct, Joseph?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Are you getting any signs?
Can you? I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of who was just speaking, because I'm out in space a little bit.
Shawna Sand.
Shawna, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Do you have Can you connect to greeting cards? Let's see, from Alexis, because I'm seeing greeting cards in my mind.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Can you connect to greeting cards with Alexis?
Not really.
Did you send her a thank you note? You're very good with that.
You know, I might have given her a thank you card when I first met her, and like a little Chanel. I bought her like a Chanel nail polish, just like a little cute with a gift card in 1995.
Oh,
okay.
Well, she appreciated that, obviously. That's like no small thing, Chanel.
I also feel like she
really
sent something.
The gesture.
She said something? Joseph, what did you say?
I was going to say, well, she also says that she sent something, I guess, to your kids, or just like a little gesture to, like, for when you had your children.
You know, she might have. It was so long ago. My kids are pretty big now and 5'9", so I don't remember every little detail. They left me in the dust.
That's okay.
But she probably did. Yeah, at that time, she probably did.
Wow. So it's safe to say, Joseph, that she is here with us right now.
Let's see, you guys know this woman better than I would. She keeps, I think in my head, she keeps like changing her hairstyle. Was she always changing her hairstyle?
Oh yeah.
Always doing something different, and I'm just like, because I'm like, it's driving me crazy, and I'm just like, well, which hair is it today? Like, I'm looking at different things, and she's just like,
straight,
I'm rocking this
curly,
show.
Short. I think she always stayed red, but different shades of red. Straight, curly, short, long. Oh yeah, she did. She did do that.
I love this, just a zany person that she is.
She is zany. Can I tell my story? I want to tell my story. Well, I guess since I'm the co-host here, I can say what's going to happen. I'd like to tell my story right now, everybody. Okay, this is kind of, it's a little racy, okay? But one night after we were shooting my centerfold, we took Stephen Wada, who was the Playboy centerfold photographer, one of them, and we took him to a sex shop, and while Alexis and I, as girls do, like kind of giggling over all of the items there on the shelves and laughing. And I mean, I think she got off on that because it was like, we were like so young, and most of us, like, we're the girl next door. We're naive, we very young. And all of a sudden I'm in this, like, after our shoot with totally that fabulous makeup still on my face, looking at all of these sex toys and laughing and giggling, and here we have the Playboy photographer, and he's all shy, and we were like, and he was hiding from us, and he was like, I got to get out of here, and we wouldn't let him leave, and we were like blocking him in the aisles and just giving him such a hard, fun time, and we had the best laugh at that, and that's how she was, and anything went, but but still just like in a playful, like childlike kind of a way, and always so with this innocence that she had, nothing, no hard edges. It just was very sweet. And so that was one of
but
my
she said so
stories.
when it came to her job though, she took her job very seriously. It's like, she would joke with you guys, but like the actual work, it was like she knew her stuff, and she keep feeling for Cindy though. She kept saying, I never knew what to do with Cindy. It's like I kept trying everything on her face, and Cindy just thought I was just doing my thing, and she's just like, I'm like, no, that's not working. I got to do something else. It's not working. I got to do something else.
Oh, do you remember that, Cindy?
Well, Cindy says that Cindy's going to call in a bit. So I mean, she's just verifying. She can verify what you just said.
Well, let me tell you a little bit, just real quick, about Cindy. She was the model for the romance novels. So that could have thrown a little bit of a, I don't know, kink in it. Because Alexis probably saw a vision that she wanted to have come through. And, I mean, this woman, Cindy Geyer, she was known for that. Like, she's famous for being the main romance novel cover model. So that's all I know about that. But hey, Johnny, do we have any other playmates calling in yet? We are waiting for Luanne Lee, Angela Little, Donna Perry, Elke Jeinsen.
Based on the area codes that you've given me, no. There's people waiting to call in, but they're not. I think that I'm trying to see.
Okay, why don't we take a caller? Hey, Shawna, and if you are there still, Sandy, do you want to take a caller?
Yeah, I'm still here. Is Sandy still here?
Wait. Okay, let me give you 1 second here.
Barbara, are you there?
Here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
So we don't have Sandy?
She did have to go because she had an event, but I will probably.
Well, I just want to say that Alexis's makeup was so gorgeous that I never wanted to take it off. I think I slept with it once for 4 days before I washed my face. And she would put so much on, because she just put a lot on that I literally just kept it on for 4 days, and a little bit more would come off every day. But by the fourth day, it still looked gorgeous. And then I washed my face. And I didn't, only with Alexis would I do that.
Mhm. We were gone. I have collected now Playboy Playmate Elke Jeinsen. Didn't mean to interrupt the last bit of Shawna, but we're back, and if you are ready, we could hear what Elke has to say about Alexis Vogel.
What I have to say is, I'm a Playboy Playmate, Miss May 93, and Alexis Vogel did my makeup for my test shooting, and I was so lucky that the people from Chicago were there. And she teased my hair, and I said, ouch. And then when they said, okay, we want you as a playmate, and I said, no, she slipped me on my butt. She was so sweet. She said, what did you just say? You can never say no to this offer. I didn't know what it meant to be playmate at this time here in America as a foreigner. So she actually pushed me to become a playmate.
Well, thank goodness, because that's how we met.
And then she for all the photo shoots and for my Playboy pictorial, for my centerfold, she did my makeup. Yeah, I loved her a lot, and I met her on a million parties, like on your party, on your birthday party, Barbara, and wherever. It's so sad, yeah.
Yes. Well, that is a fun story, too, because it's so cute how Elke, she was, I think, Playmate of the Year over in Germany. And
I didn't know it's a big deal here.
And she comes over to do something over in the States and in Chicago, and they ran up with her test shoots or some Polaroids, and they came down. They said, okay, we would like to offer you now Playboy Playmate title here in America. Do you want to? And she goes, oh, I have to think about that. And Alexis was like so shocked. She probably never has heard of anybody doing that before.
Because I didn't know it was such a big deal here.
Yeah.
In Europe, it was just, Playmate of the Month is, it was your time, this particular month. I didn't know the world is they're giving me everything for free here.
That's right.
But I really have to thank her, and I will never forget her.
Well, it could have turned out so much differently if it wasn't for Alexis, because if you would have had to think about it, if it was any other makeup artist who didn't push you and tell you, hey, no, sister, this is...
Or if it would have been any other makeup artist who did not make me so beautiful like she made me.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Right.
I was very much blessed by having her.
Yeah. That's a major, huge, good point. We all are so very blessed to have known her and had her come into our lives, aren't we?
Yes. Yes.
Is Shawna and Cindy or Sandy listening?
I'm here. Shawna.
Isn't that cool, Shawna?
Yeah, amazing.
Tell you stories, honey.
I love your accent,
I love
too.
Thank you. Thank you, Shawna.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So now we have Joseph Dairo, and I'd like to bring him back to see if he has any more messages from Alexis for us.
Before I get back to it with Alexis, the woman who was just talking about that very interesting story, I just have the feeling like her grandmother has passed, and she wants her to say that she still looks in the mirror, and she wants to know that she is still gorgeous. And she says, time means nothing. You are still gorgeous.
Is this for Elke?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You had a message from your grandma.
My grandmother didn't pass, but she passed for a long, long time ago.
Well, I mean, she did.
But, for 10 years ago.
Well, her spirit's alive.
Please just know that she is watching over you, and she wants to pass that along.
Exactly.
She says that you.
I believe that. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Special message. Did I not get any kind of message? She didn't probably want me to tell my story. My story was too racy for Alexis, I guess. She's like, no, Barbara, don't tell that. Just tell him how serious of a makeup artist I was. I don't know.
Barbara, you've gotten drunk with her on multiple occasions, and that's what she's bringing up to me.
What did she say?
She said you've gotten drunk with her on multiple occasions.
Oh, my gosh, you should not say that on the air. Oh, well, just you heard me say my first martini. Yes, Johnny?
We have someone calling in.
Who is it?
It is Cindy Geyer.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elke, for calling in. And
thank you for having me on your show always again, and I love it, and it's very interesting, and I'm going to be there for the next one.
I don't know how this works.
For the next interesting one.
Okay, we'll be happy to have you. And if you have to go, that's fine. I understand that you
I do have
are
to go, but I say to everybody goodbye. I love you all, and I really like it that we talk about Alexa, or that you talk. I'm going to listen to the show later on on my computer.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Elke.
Cindy,
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, Elke.
Wonderful evening.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you for coming on, Elke.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't know how this works.
Is it Cindy?
Hi. No, it's Donna Perry.
Donna. Oh, he's
Hi.
calling back. Hi, Donna. We have Playboy Playmate Donna Perry from Hawaii calling in. Thank
Hi.
you. How are you?
Wow.
Hi.
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually living in LA. I just moved back in August.
Oh, wow. That is wonderful because I just moved back to California from Arizona. So definitely let's get together.
Oh, that'd be great.
Now I know
love
what
it.
the confusion is. Look, now I know what the confusion is. Earlier we talked to Cindy Geyer, and I put down her number as Cindy Geyer, and it's Donna Perry. Oh, now I know what this is. Because we talked to.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. No.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't call in. Someone called in and asked me.
Yes.
Wow. Well, Donna Perry,
Yes.
it's your turn to tell your little memory and story about Alexis.
Oh gosh, I've always worked with her on almost all of my shoots. She was always like, no matter what, the brightest person you've ever walked in, no matter what time of the day, no matter if it was a shit show. Sorry, can you do that on radio? But she was always just so put together and just calm about everything. I mean, she would like say, "Oh, I'm totally freaking out," and I'm like, "If this is you freaking out, holy shit." But,
Right.
she's always just so positive, and if you were having a bad day, she always made it so that your day just totally turned around and it was fine. So she was great. I remember when I was actually doing my test shoot and she came and she was just, she's really good at making you feel so amazing about yourself.
Mhm.
I think that was probably
That's right.
her strongest trait that she had was no matter how you felt about yourself, if there's days you look at the mirror and you're just like, what the hell am I doing? This is, but she would always make you feel like you were the best thing that has ever happened. And, she's right. Every person's different, but every person, she came across was the best thing that ever happened.
I think that is such an important point because it is so true. Because when we're doing our test shoots, we're shooting for that entire week. And back then, it might be different now, but back then we didn't know if we were going to make it or not. And we had that one person. That's what she was for me. She was so encouraging. She was like, oh, you're going to make it for sure. I mean, you need that because that is tough. I mean, shooting and staying at the Playboy Mountain and you have the 24-hour butler service. And you're like, hey, I want this lifestyle. And some people, they don't go through after shooting that entire centerfold. And, I mean, it's got to be beautiful. It's the best in the world working on it. But some of them, many, did not make it. Hugh Hefner would put an extra or a circle. And if it was a circle you were going through. And you had her there. And I don't think she was telling people, oh, you're going to make it if she didn't really think so. And so we believed her. Yeah, and she was always right. Mhm.
She was
very good point.
She always saw it in you, whether you could see it yourself. She saw it, and she told you.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. That was something. That was always something that I loved about her.
Oh, wonderful. And don't you feel her presence? I do. I feel her presence. And Joseph has been connecting us, Dawn. I don't know if you were hearing the show before you actually came on the show, but she's been giving little messages. That's
awesome.
Okay. She's been giving little messages.
When you guys were drinking.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
I mean, it wasn't really out of control, but it was just like, you know, you felt safe with her, and she was a good mentor and a person, and she just like how I think all of us on the show today, very serious about our careers and worked really
and she was always protective.
Yes.
Yep. She was a protector too when you were out and about, so to speak.
Yes. She really loved
Donna,
us
may
all.
I say a couple of things?
Yeah, go ahead.
One, Donna, I love your personality. You seem so vibrant, and like in my head, you kind of just like you're so shiny and sparkly. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
But like your friend Alexis says, you're always the multitasker. You're always handling multiple things at once, and you're always somehow manage to get through all of it. But it looks like a hot mess until the end when you're done, because you have a nice way of wrapping things up.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I never feel like I put together, but then at the end of the day, I was like, shit, how'd I do that? But all right, see me.
Well, you may not feel like it, but you know exactly what to do for everything. But also, she wants me to say that California is going to be good to you. Like you're going to get I feel like 2 more whatever you're working on now. There's going to be 2 more things to do. I think within the coming months. So you're going to be quite busy, but. But I also feel like you want you want to be busy, but you're also looking to have a break. Just like you want to take a break, you take a breather, and then you jump right back into it. And you just know that's exactly how it's going to work for you. You're going to get your break, and your little break, your little calming time, and then you're going to just jump right back into everything you do all day. But they just keep wanting me to say California was a good choice to go to.
Good. I'm hoping so. It's hard being a single parent, and these kids are like, why did you do that? We were living in Hawaii. I'm like, because I had to. But, all good things, right? All good things. I got to stay positive.
Yes, but
Mom
I
and
think it's going to grow into bigger and better things. But Spirit just wants to say, but you got to take care of yourself too in the interim, because you're ignoring your own inner needs while everything else is managed. And it's but you keep arguing with yourself a lot that you want to do something and you're just not doing it because, yes, your mind is on the responsibilities. And it's put in your own, you make yourself a priority as well.
Hardest thing for me to do.
It is. When you're a mom.
It's hard. I get it.
Yep. It's always been that way. I've always had a very hard time putting myself first. She knows that.
Yeah, so she says you always put up an argument. It's no, I can't do that. I should do this, and she would, I guess, put in her 2 cents, and she's and you'd be just not arguing, more arguing for the argument's sake as opposed to not listening to her. You're always listening. It's just more no, I just want to be.
Yeah, she always would put things out, and it was always funny how even if I brushed off or said no, within months I was doing exactly what she said to do anyway. And I'm just at some point you got to learn to pay attention and listen and follow through. You know what I mean?
Yes. And she's just yes, wasn't I the wise woman, Joe? And yes, you were the wise woman. You always saw something everyone else didn't.
Yeah, really. I think so. She had a great perception of things.
And she said that she loves you. Well, she loves you, and that's why she told you what she felt and what she saw, because she wants you to steer you in the best direction that she thought was there.
Yep. That was true. She never had a husband. She never liked him.
Oh. He's still your husband?
No. Been divorced for 14 years. Yeah, divorced for 14 years, but twins are 15, so put that math together. That was fun. But, you look at things, but she knew, and she's like, just so you know, he's not your forever. I was like, wow, really? That's kind of not nice to say. But
it wasn't. Maybe her delivery sucked, but.
Well, yeah, right? But here it is, and she was right.
She was right.
She was right.
She says she's always right.
Yeah. I'm like, yep, there she is again, calling it like it is, and it's true. So it took a minute, but she was right. Crazy.
The two of you used to talk, I guess, at nighttime on the phone. Like you would call, like when you were having, like, let's say a bad day, you would call her on the phone occasionally. But
I did. I didn't do it often, but I did.
Yes, but she's like, it would always be late at night. You'd always like stop her from doing something else, and but she would be more than happy to sit down and chat with you, because let's just say you were upset at the time, which is why you called her late at night. But she's like, please, like you can still do that. Like you can think about her, and from my point of view, you can think about her anytime, and she knows you're thinking about her. She knows, like, when your thoughts are, about a particular person, Spirit knows about it immediately. It's like, oh, someone's thinking about me. I'm gotta go look and see what's going on.
Yeah. I always have believed that with those that pass, that they're always still there. The strong influences.
I also have to say, I see the number 4 around you, and also, I mean, not because of today, but I also see the number 11 around you.
Uh-huh.
So, 11. Like, 11 to me, 11's always, to me, is always the spiritual connection that Spirit's around you, but number 4 is about establishment, about foundation, and about you've created a new set of goals for yourself, I guess, with this move. So this, like, the time now is like you're just working on all these goals. You have a lot of goals. And please just know you're on your way to all of them.
Get them all. Oh, I hope so. God. One of these days, I'm going to do it. I know it. Even if it's, my last few years of life, I will get to all of them.
Yes. You want to be married again, but you're being far more specific about what you want in a partner, which is awesome.
Yes.
And please just know that you have.
Married yet, but yes.
Well, I'll say my interpretation of it, I guess, would be my interpretation of it would be married, because like if I'm going to live with someone, I better be married.
Yeah, this is true.
But please just know you're on your way to getting there. So, but stop judging yourself, because it's one step at a time, one little thing at a time.
Yeah, I got to start taking.
I think she disconnected. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. There's things we can do. Give me 1 second.
You know what
I'm going to call her
like?
right back.
While you try to do that technical stuff, Johnny, I just want to say, Joseph, I feel like this is so nice to do, because it makes me personally feel like close to her. And, when somebody passes, it's such a shock, and it's so final, obviously. But it doesn't really have to be if we can connect and know that their spirit is with us, and to know that it gives us a little more closure. It just makes us feel a little more calm. For me, anyway. Does anybody else feel that way?
Well, I feel that way, and I also thank you for the opportunity to connect and and to speak to you guys.
Of course. Well, we're so thankful, and it's amazing, these stories, isn't it, Joseph?
Yes.
How close this person. I mean, there's not a lot of people out there that can connect so deeply with so many just from work, and maybe they didn't work with them too long, but at least for a month doing all of the centerfolds. But the impact that she made with all of us, it's just really, truly amazing, isn't it?
Donna is back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm back. I got cut off or dropped.
Oh, good. Good.
I'm back.
But does this make you feel better to be able to do something like this, Donna, to where you could connect? And Shawna, if you're still there, does this make you feel good? And just to know that you have a place, like here at Life, Laughter, Happiness, if you want to ever talk to anybody, from time to time we have these medium psychics that we get the best, like Joseph.
Yes.
And we can do it for you, because it makes me feel a lot more content, just calm and content, and just knowing, okay, they're not totally gone. Their spirits with us.
Yeah, I agree.
No, they're not totally gone. They're always around us. I have a big Sicilian family, and they're quite loud, and so I'm never alone. I mean, that's my experience.
Wow. I'm wondering if people like you ever get tormented by what you hear, if you don't know how to control that, because you are what you are. Tell us a little bit about that, Joseph.
Long story short, like, my childhood was quite interesting, and I didn't sleep very well or a lot, but fortunately in my later years I learned from my teacher. My teacher's name is Pat Longo. I live on Long Island, so she's a spiritual teacher and healer on Long Island, and she taught me how to control it, basically, or like in her classes I learned how to focus and how to get it, like, kind of get it to calm down so I can go to sleep. But yes, like, growing up was quite interesting because...
Right. I am right with thinking that it could maybe be a lot for somebody like you with that gift, because it's just, I mean, it's not something that maybe you can even control all the time. You just hear the voices.
Yeah. We have Luanne Lee. Luanne Lee is
Okay,
here.
Great. Hi, Luanne.
Hi there.
You're on the air.
Hi, darling.
Hi. Hi there. Luanne Lee, she is one of my closest Playmate friends, and love her. One of the funniest, smartest ladies I know. So we're so glad that you found the time to call us and share your Alexis Vogel story. Are you ready to do that?
I am.
Okay.
The very, very first time I ever heard of Alexis Vogel, I saw her on an infomercial, and it was. I wasn't able to hear any of the rest of the show, so I don't know if anyone else has brought this up. So please stop me if I'm being repetitive. But I just thought what she was selling was a kit of how to do the signature Alexis Vogel eye. And I immediately picked up the phone and called in and ordered the entire kit. And then a couple of years later, I actually got to meet her, and then we ended up becoming friends, and she did my makeup and all of that stuff. And I told her, I said, I actually bought your kit off an infomercial. She said, you did? And I said, yes, but if you don't have the artists themselves behind and controlling the paintbrush, it's certainly not the same thing. You can buy Van Gogh's paint, but that doesn't mean I can paint like Van Gogh. And
this is true.
Yes. Yeah, because let me tell you, it did not look the same as the infomercial. Let me just tell you that.
Luanne, that is crazy. So you got this lady's kit. You didn't even know that she was a Playboy makeup artist, and then you become then you are testing for Playboy, and then there she is.
Yeah, it was crazy, and I just thought, now there is a gal that can work a brush, man. Especially there are times where she's working. She'd be working on people like you, which, by the way, it's kind of hard to screw up your canvas. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Like me, that the very first thing that the editor of Playboy magazine, Marilyn Grabowski, the very, very first thing she ever said to me is, "Wow, makeup is your friend."
Oh no!
Oh no!
And I thought, well, who the hell are you, bitch? No, but I just thought, wow, she's quite forthcoming, isn't she, that lady? But anyway, makeup is my friend, and if you can have all the tools in front of you, but if you don't know how to use them, they're no good. And Alexis Vogel was a gal that not only was an incredible businesswoman, savvy, smart, but just an unbelievable artist. And I just my heart was broken when I found out the news, and I was able to catch just the tail end of the conversation about that those people are still with us, and people can believe whatever they want, but I talk to people that have passed. Every time I see a beautiful sunset, I say hello to my friend Rick, and I just know they're with me. And so I really believe that. And I know she's still hanging around. She's probably saying, Luanne, why are you trying to do your eyebrows like that again? I have told you 100 times, don't do your eyebrows like that. You still get to hear their voices in your heart.
Wow.
That's funny you say that, because even when I would do my makeup, it was the same thing. Every time I do it, I'm like, I hear her in my head going, that's not how you do it. That's so funny.
Wow.
So that's my story.
I love that. I love it. And you know what? I love the attitude that you have about it, too. 'Cause my heart was broken, too. But then, I'm in front of the mirror, and I still have the shadows that you told me by this one and some MAC makeup to these 3 shadows. And she always used it. They're just fabulous on me personally. And I still have them, and I use them, and I think of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still
she
have
was
my Spice liner.
What's that?
Yeah. The MAC Spice lip liner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one she insisted that I had to use all the time.
Yes. Me too.
You have another person on. You have another person on.
Oh, hi.
Angela Little.
Hi, this is Angela Little.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Angela. We have a few minutes. I'm a dummy and thought that you meant tomorrow instead of today. So, anyway, hi, everybody.
Hi. You're on. We have Luanne Lee, Shawna Sand Elke Jeinsen, Cindy Geyer, Sandra Taylor on earlier. So, gosh, Alexis sure was
fabulous.
And we also, yes, and we have Joseph Dairo, who will be listening to you right now tell your story, and then maybe feeling some energy, and maybe you'll get a message from Alexis. So we want to hear your story,
gosh.
Angela.
Okay, well, my favorite story about Alexis is that she was, she took my country ass and just shaped it up. And I mean literally. And she was just so sweet about it and not condescending. When I came into the makeup room, she was like, stand up and spread your legs. I'm sorry. Not in that way. But she was just so awesome and candid. And I had no idea what she was about to do. But for some reason, I just trusted her. And she pulls out the bleach. And this was when, there was hair involved in Playboy.
No way.
And I had no clue about drapes and carpet matching. And so she bleached me. And I was just, I had the JJ perfection. My face was amazing. My hair matched my carpet, so to speak, and she was hilarious about it. She just was just so nonchalant, and even though I was mortified at first and horrified that what in the hell is happening, and it just happened so quickly, and she made me feel so comfortable, and I fell in love with the person that she was.
That is so funny because this is Barbara speaking. I was too shy to say this, but she did the exact same thing to me. Angela's so candid.
I
love
that. Pornhub to see what the trend was going on with the JJ,
Right.
That is
blonde,
so
hilarious. You were a blonde. You were going to be blonde everywhere, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, this is Luanne talking, and I wish that would have happened to me forever. Now, forever, I have to explain. Hairstyles were different back then.
Oh, no. They didn't bleach yours to match? Your carpet didn't match?
Actually, they darkened my naturally. They darkened my naturally blonde hair on my head. So, I guess that's what their solution was, to darken the hair on my head. Which, by the way, you guys know I'm not a brunette. Never have been.
Right.
But I was some sort of a red brunette, and I guess the carpets matched the drapes at that point. But I swear I have to tell people every single time, there was different hairstyles back then. No, nobody has a what's it called, a mullet, whatever nowadays.
You know what? I'm out of the loop still.
A mullet.
Oh.
A mullet.
Yeah, remember Billy Ray Cyrus had a mullet? Well, nobody wears a mullet nowadays, and guess what? Nobody looks like that down there anymore nowadays. But it's like I'm walking around with an 80s mullet.
You have to explain.
See, this is Donna now, but I must have been ahead of it a little bit because they hired a guy, Alexis hired somebody to come in, and I had to have hair added to mine.
Oh, wait. I
heard
Donna Perry here, and I forgot to mention Donna is here. Now, this is crazy,
No, that's okay.
Donna. They added? How did they do that?
They added horsehair to it because apparently they didn't see any because of the way I was positioned for my center hole. They had someone to come in and put more on it.
Horsehair? Goodness.
More hair is my horse.
Oh, I thought, did they use like a teeny tiny little curling iron for your horsehair?
No, I guess not. But they made it all a little tiny bit here. It was like, and I was like, mortified because I'm like, oh my God, how many people do this? This is like, what? So yeah,
You had a weave.
That was a first for me. So, yeah.
That's amazing. Now everybody's going to go look up Donna Perry now and check it out. We're going to get a lot of traffic.
I have to say, I appreciate the lengths you ladies went for your job.
Thank you.
Oh, the things that you do, the behind the scenes that nobody knows about, right?
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
The beauty
I
of
love y'all so much. And Donna, I love you so much. And everybody, Barbara, I love you. And Angela, I love you. And I have to go back to work, to the salt mine. Thank you so much for including me in such a joyous celebration.
All
right, y'all.
And I have to get back to my toddler. I know it's crazy. I have a toddler. But anyway, thank you for having me on the show, and I hope that you pick up something from sweet dear Alexis. I love everybody. Goodbye.
We love you too. Bye, Angela. We'll have you back. We'll have you back soon, and you too, Luanne. But Luanne has been on for Psychic Day, so. But all of these playmates and Playboy models, we are so thankful that you guys have shared your stories and come on, and we want to have you back all the time, right, Johnny?
Yes. Yes. Now I have a question. Do you think we have time to take a caller, Barbara? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. This lady says she'll be real quick. There's good 512. You there?
Hi, Elizabeth. I try to listen to your show. It's so fun and glittery. And hi, Dr. Dario. I had a question. And
great. We're glad you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, it's really fun. I really, really do like it. It's a great show. I have it. It's my favorite.
And you have a question for Joseph?
Yes. Hi, Joseph. I have a question for you. Please.
Hello.
How you doing, sir? Thank you. And I hope you come back to this show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a great show. It is honest. I'm this is the question. I won't take much time. Is there just in this alive? He's alive, and I just I was not paying attention to him, and out of nowhere he comes at me and getting too really personal, and he got my attention. I'm amused. I'm astonished. I find him interesting. Now I find him interested. Do you think it would be would it go more than a friendship? Because I do like him. I like his heart. He's sincere. He's honest. That's good. Quality.
I think you cut out for a moment there.
Yeah, he has good qualities.
I'm sorry, because I didn't hear the last bit of it.
What do you think we will be more than friends?
I think she's asking if they're going to be more than just friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
So
Wasn't coming through all the way. I feel like this is just more platonic. I don't think it's going to go anywhere like romantically. I think it's just something to, like, I think if it makes sense, like to jumpstart you into just allowing yourself to feel emotions again, feel like, okay, I can open up to somebody and it's okay. I can share, the many different aspects of my personality to someone. I don't feel like this is romantic. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means, perhaps this relationship is just going to help you open up for one.
Okay.
I think she said thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
You, Donna. I think that was Donna that was helping us along with that. Yes. This does help so many people, doesn't it?
Actually, I wanted to ask this question. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it must be something. It must be interesting when all of you get together what you talk about.
Yeah.
What do a bunch of playmates talk about when you get together?
I have never heard of some of those things, and now I'm even more intrigued. I just think it's so fun, and this is what it's like. And this is only like all of the 8 ladies called in now. And so I am so thankful. But can you imagine? We used to do promotions with like 30 at a time in Las Vegas, and that was amazing, wasn't it, you guys?
It was so much fun. We traveled everywhere.
Mhm. Oh, and how they even put this all together, just, doing this little segment for this show with you girls. You are very, I must say, very responsible and got back to me, and I really thank you. But it gives you a newfound respect for the Playboy Playmate Promotions Department, definitely.
Can I say
you
something?
Try to take on something like this yourself.
I want to say something, being that we have a psychic and a bunch of and we've had playmates on today. So I want to go ahead and say, do you know what I think is the difference between interviewing a model and a psychic? I've talked about this on the air. But, Barbara, did I ever tell you the difference?
Yes. You say that the Playmates, we are really professional, and we know what we're doing, but don't.
The repair freak. The psychic, let me explain the difference. Whenever I have a model on, like a playmate, you prepare. It's like, okay, let's go over question number 3. Let's go over question number 2. Number 2 looks good. Number 1 looks fine. The psychic says, don't tell me anything.
Oh, yeah. The Playmates are, we're so well rehearsed. And
don't you agree with that? Both of you, all the playmates that are on, don't you kind of agree with that statement that there's this natural instinct to be prepared?
Yeah.
They try to prepare you as best as possible. Of course, it never went that way. There's always something that got thrown in that we weren't ready for, but it was always, I think for the most part, most of us handled it like a champ, so to speak.
That's right. We did.
Yep.
It's experience. And that was an amazing experience for all of us for the rest of our lives to carry on in business and just with people and socially. They didn't just say, oh, you're a beautiful piece of flesh. They would instill in you that you are good and so intelligent and smart, and you were chosen for the full package, everything, the personality, and that's how you felt, and that would give you such a bigger boost in life to have that, because a lot of us never did have that. Like growing up, we were sometimes not feeling like we were a part of things because people, oh, it's the pretty girl. Oh, she must be stuck up. She must be bitchy. She must not be smart. She must never read. No. Playboy instilled that in me and brought me out of my shell. Did that happen for anybody else?
For me, it was more I was the tomboy and never dated in high school or college. And then I became I called myself the ugly duckling. I grew up and became the swan.
Wow.
And they helped me see me as more than just that tomboy, just one of the guys type girl.
Right.
So
yeah,
it was really good in that sense for me.
Everybody's story is so different, which is so very interesting.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I've got to go. Thank you so much for having me, Barbara. I really appreciate it, and I would love to get in touch with you sometime when we should go have a drink.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we would like you to come back for Psychic Night or Chakra Cleanse, and just come on back to the show where you get your own birthday. Yeah. Awesome, Donna. I'm so glad you're in California. So happy.
Thank you. Me too. Guys, you have a good night. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Donna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been amazing, you guys. So,
yeah.
Wow, I feel like we really did. Yes, Kelly, do you feel the presence of Alexis? Because I do.
I do too. Wow, what a wonderful feeling this has been. To get to know everyone and to be able to hear the stories. It's just, this wonderful connection today.
Barbara, your heart chakra seems to be glowing.
Oh, really? Thank you. And when we had you on before, Joseph, you saw something in me that nobody ever did see, and then you were able to also explain to me what was going on. Remember, I had the little story of my special gift, which was I could wet my fingers to turn a page of a book, and you're like, okay, that's what you're doing. You're transferring your molecules, to your fingertips, and I'm like, wow, nobody ever really explained that to me, but it's been so noticeable because I don't want to lick my germy fingers, and so many people do that. I'm like, oh, that's so gross. So I put my mind into it, and all of a sudden I'm doing it right now, and then my fingertips get moist, and it is doable. It's so doable. Our minds are more powerful than we really know.
Yes, they are. Or I'll say give ourselves credit for.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, since we got all the guests, all the playmates, they told their stories, and I think they're all on their way. Why don't we ask Kelly, since we have Joseph here? Is there anybody you want to talk to? Is there anything that you want to ask co-host Kelly?
Oh, thank you. Wow. I didn't have anything prepared, but is there anybody that is coming forward that you can pick up on, or for me or for Brian? Because if it's for Brian, I can get his attention. He's in the other room.
You said Brian is not in the room?
Yeah, he's in
I'm
the
here.
other room.
He's in the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, I can get his attention though.
Kelly, I'll immediately have a grandfather who passed for you on the father's side.
Oh, wow, he's coming through.
He also connect to a birthday around you coming soon.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. My God. Wow. My grandpa on my other side and I share a birthday. My grandpa on my mom's dad. My mom's dad and I share a birthday, and it's coming right around the corner here in a few weeks.
So please just know that, just to validate, he wants to acknowledge the birthdays. I just love the feeling they one. There's more than grandpa. I don't have time to get to everybody, but they are so very proud of you because they said you've been taking more initiative, I think, with your own life, and they said you are now just stepping into some brand new stuff, and but I love the power behind your will, and it's they're just telling me just tell her to keep going and doing what she's doing right now because you are you're changing it up because I think you've decided I need to just change life up a little bit just to make it a little more interesting, and it's already just sparking some wonderful occurrences. So they keep saying, like, just because you don't see things you want right away does not mean it's in the works, because anything you think about is already in the works.
Oh, that is so encouraging. Thank you.
Kelly, you're a Harry Potter fan?
Not me so much as Brian.
Okay. Brian, like, is he like a big Harry Potter fan? Because I'm getting references in my head to that, and I'm like, okay, then something that I guess, yes, if not you, then somebody has to be.
Oh, yeah. Let me get Brian, because like I totally would not get a Harry Potter reference. Hey Brian, okay. Harry Potter references are coming through for you, not for me. He's a medium.
Okay.
Both my grandpas came through, but somebody might be coming through for you. Harry Potter reference. Okay, Joseph, what is that?
First, I'm like, well, for me, it's always that flicking, that making the thing levitate is the reference point in my head. But Brian, you have a grandmother who's passed.
Yep.
And please just know that one. I just get like the Harry Potter reference because it just tells me like who do I need to talk to, and it's just like just the easiest way to get to get to you without, because like in my head I'm like what's his name? It's like Harry Potter. Like no, it's not his name, but anyway. But it's like, but your grandmother just wants you to know that one, she's doing absolutely amazing in heaven, and she wants you to know that she's just watching over and just making sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go for you. She said you need to trust yourself so much more. It's like you have your own power, your own way of doing things, and that's perfectly okay. It doesn't have to match everyone else around you, and she just wants you to understand that this is like everything you're doing is absolutely perfect.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
She's been gone for a long time, she keeps telling me. And she also just gives me that maybe she had an issue speaking before she passed, because she's like giving me coughs in my head, but it's not. But it's like, to me, it's just like this is just an issue she had before she passed.
Oh, okay.
Because I always ask Spirit for, like, you got to give me references so I can describe it to my clients. I'm sorry, as I keep diving deeper into this, both your grandparents have passed, and please just know they're both like walking around hand in hand over there. Heaven is a very wonderful place.
Yeah.
And they just want to know, like,
is Brian's grandma coming through to you?
Yes.
Yeah, she just passed. We went to the funeral today.
Please just know she just wants you to know that she's there, safe and sound, and she loves everybody, and she enjoyed her life, but now she's on to different things.
Yep. Yeah. Oh. I totally had peace with that from the very beginning. It's something I didn't. It wasn't like a sad passing, because it was just a continuation for her.
I love the attitude. That's exactly what it is. You literally like you just moved somewhere else now. Really, just what that is.
Yeah.
But it says like fine. It says you're fine,
really
but she said
Joseph right now. Said what? This is amazing, Joseph. You're really feeling a lot with what Kelly and Brian are going through right now. I'm feeling, because you're hitting the nail on the head, right, Brian and Kelly?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Miss Sand is back on. Miss Sand is back on.
I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you. Is there anything else that you wanted to say?
I think that's just it for now. I don't know if I have time to get to dive deeper, but please just she just wanted to get it across that she's over there and she's happy and she's wonderful, because there's nothing too wonderful in heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Are you there?
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh.
Thank you for that. Does that make you feel, Brian and Kelly, does that make you feel like some more peace in your heart?
It's funny, because not really, because I was already, it wasn't like, I was already at so much peace because I knew her so well, and she was so. We were just speaking personally, both myself and her, both so very strong in our faith that there was just never any doubt that it was peaceful, and the just the whole funeral and eulogy and everything today was just, I mean, everything was just so peaceful. It's almost like, I mean, I shed a few tears during the funeral, but it's almost like I mean, I wasn't. It's hard to explain, but there was just. I mean, before I couldn't have been at any more peace than what I still am at, and because I mean, she lived such a full life, and she did so many things just from when she was young, just things with animals, and actually a lot like Kelly. She was a certified master gardener with the state of Michigan, and she was active in 4-H and just had been active with her church for forever. And so, I mean, this woman she touched, I mean, so many lives, even those who didn't know her just touched their lives. And so, you know, that wow. She lived just the most amazing life, and this was just, you know, on to her next chapter.
You know, it really touched me, though, that personal message that you were able to deliver to Brian about trusting himself and his, you know, going his own way no matter what other people are doing around him. Mm-hmm. Because I think that you really did need to hear that part. I think you really do, you know, and I'm glad that you were able to hear that from her. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, you know, we don't know that we're going the right way.
Well, she always did support me in everything that I did, and even she may not have understood a lot of the stuff, but it didn't matter to her because it was something. If I was passionate about something, she was passionate for me, you know.
And I don't want to interrupt.
What was really important to her is that you were happy.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt, but I think Miss Sand is back. She was wanting to say goodbye. Are you there, Miss Sand?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Shawna. Thank you. Because Shawna has been there from the beginning when probably I did the show the first month, and then I moved here, and she has been close by my side, and she sees me doing the show all the time, and she comes on whenever we need her. And so I just want to say a special thank you to Shawna for that. Thank you for supporting us and being such a good friend.
Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Thank you for being such a good friend. I do anything for you. You've been my best friend since 1992, and we were queens together in France in the 1400s. Remember?
Yes, we found that out on Life, Laughter, Happiness, didn't we? We
did.
We got
we were sisters.
That's so cool. We were princesses and sisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is special. But also, I just wanted to say, because we're about to wrap it up, that I couldn't go on this show this whole hour and just speak about somebody that has passed that was close to me. Obviously, I'm going to acknowledge Kelly and her boyfriend, Brian. He just lost his grandmother, and they just went to the funeral today. So, you know, I wanted to offer them the respect of, you know, giving them more comfort with Joseph Dairo and a great reading. And I'm glad that Joseph was able to give a very important and heartfelt message to Brian and you too, Kelly. And you're such a supportive, wonderful woman to him and to all of us. And I just want to give a special thank you to you for that. And I have chills all over me. I mean, are the angels all around us? You guys are what?
Oh my God. And you know what? It touched me so much that both my grandfathers came through, because I like I was telling Karen, I don't understand why the other grandparents don't come through. And then my other grandpa did tonight too, and I was like, oh my gosh, he came through too. You know, it wasn't just the one I was on the birthday of. The other one came through. So I'm so grateful. Thank you.
The one that you celebrate his birthday with soon.
Yeah,
yes.
the one that shares
All
my
right.
birthday
Well, thank
would
you.
always come through, but not the other one. So both of them did. I'm glad. Thank you.
Oh, that is totally cool. This is
You're
also
welcome.
cool. And
Yeah.
so
All right,
thank
you
you.
want
my God.
We get to do, yes, we get to do something different and out of the norm and, into the paranormal, which is totally cool and nothing wrong with that. And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So thanks, Joseph, and thank you all to the wonderful
thank you,
Playboy models
everybody.
and Playboy.
Don't forget to shout out.
Today. Every single person came through today, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. And tribute to Alexis Vogel. We love you, Alexis. We miss you, and we know you're still right there next to us. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube. Love you guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Joseph,
thank
for coming
you.
Have
on.
a great
Kelly.
night.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank
and thank
you.
you, everybody.
And Johnny,
Have a
thank you
good
for
night.
having the idea to have a lot of Playboy Playmates on the show. And then with my extra idea to give it a tribute show to Alexis, it kind of, match made in heaven of two ideas, right?
Yeah, this was
Thanks,
fun.
everybody.
This was really fun.